Took my family away from my Carolina home, had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and shifting 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Dance hall girls were the evening treat, empty cartridges and blood lined the streets. Men were shot down for the sake of having fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave, tears flow free for her man she couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame, all for the useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Waiting for me there. Waiting for me there.
Five, four, three, two, one. Hello, baby. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Hangout Live, Flash fam. It's good to see you all. Thank you for bearing with the Ed moments. I'm partially blind. I'll keep to that story. No, to be perfectly honest, I clicked the wrong button or forgot to click a button. One or the other. But hey, we're here right now. We have Bering Sea Gold Alaskan Shaunna with us tonight We're going to talk about all kinds of things, Alaska, gold, and who knows what else may come up, cucumbers, sea cucumbers or something. I don't know, but don't go away because we'll be right back. Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with ToledoJess, Gano, the Treasure Vixens, and I. No gold in Alaska, huh? Bryan, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Bryan. I've seen the pictures. But you know how Photoshop is nowadays. I bet you he just slept on the couch at Vernon's place the whole time and took pictures of other people's gold.
He doesn't travel anywhere, dude. He stays up in his penthouse and takes those. You ever see those scenes that you can put up? Like green screen and stuff in the woods.
Yeah, he has a big studio. He ain't out dredging or nothing. I don't believe it. It's all TV wizardry.
Right. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
We're going.
Or you're live. Yes, your mic is hot.
He heard us.
You caught you ragging on him a little.
It's all right. He's a big boy.
And Randy, Scotty, Tony, that opening was just for you, buddy.
Just for you, baby.
I see Spider Ace prospecting. Mel, how you doing? Right next to him, in front of their big screen TV back home in Washington. Judy, Jumpstone Judy, good to see you. Randy, Scotty, Tony, you've been here a while. Thank you.
Hey, ERRT beat you to the punch. He was here.
ERRT was on time today.
Yeah, I told him it was good to see him on time or early. Yeah, it's good to see old Ronald all the time.
He comes in early, and you're what? Late?
Late.
Yeah. Gotta dock my pay, I guess.
For you. Hey, and let's not forget the world's greatest, most expertise, whimsical guy I know, Mr. Lodak. And he's a moderator too.
Oh, he's
And David Villa. What's up, David? And Magi East is in the house tonight again.
Welcome back.
How are you tonight?
Our new family member from West Virginia. Welcome back.
I got one of my friends in here. Hey, Jeff, what's going on, man?
All right.
I'm sorry, but I'll still screw up your name, Magi.
There's a Jeff Motes in the room. I do believe that's a new face.
Yeah, that guy just said howdy too. Turns out we're neighbors.
Oh.
Yeah. Charles Mueller.
There's Thomas. I see him in the room.
Yeah, good old Lucky Ducky Thomas folks. How are you doing?
I see Terry Curry. How are you tonight, Terry? Spider, you said hi to Spider, didn't you? I'll say hi to him too.
Mark Miller.
Inkman and High Energy. Chris, Yeti Mountain Trading.
Yeti.
Can't forget Mark Miller. I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Ted
Did anybody say howdy to Ron F yet?
I just did twice.
Ron F.
Thanks.
But we've had a couple of super chats already.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Super chat. We've had thanks heavy pans to everyone from Vendetta, and get your super chat button ready on his first super chat. Thank you for the 2 super chats, Vendetta.
TPU, what's up? Go Prospectors Unlimited.
Mar Videos, how are you doing? Just try to watch, you all.
There's our buddy, the other Ed.
Oh, you're more than welcome to,
What's
Jeff.
up, other Ed?
Glad to see you. HD and his better half, Gemstone Judy's in the house. I'll be down in their neck of the woods next weekend, getting some behind the scenes stuff with Adventures with Purpose and Sam the Adventureman and Exploring with Nug.
I think Outdoor Influencer is going to be there too, guys.
Oh,
Cool.
see Jeffrey there.
Hey,
I'll have to give him a hard time. Oh, you can come, Jeffrey. You can come to Nashville, but you can't come to Flash Bash. What
Sure,
the
sure.
heck? It's gonna be
Whatever.
different this year, right? Right?
Whatever. Spider Ace Prospecting says, everybody please go and hit that like button and show your support. And I'll add to that by saying,
Sharing is
share this
caring.
out. Sharing is caring. So
Oh,
share this out.
and I'm gonna do a big channel shout out to a very young YouTuber. This YouTuber started her journey on August 30th of 2020. Now we all know, we've all been there. We've all been at the big old zero. So do me a favor.
Start as a zero.
Give her tons of Flash Fam love and head over there. Now, don't leave the live stream, mind you. I'm going to be a little selfish about this. Don't leave the live stream, but you can click on this link and open another tab and just go over there, click that subscribe button, ring that bell for her, and I'd love to see that 90 hit 50 tonight. That's a low number.
I already
too.
got one.
Uh-huh.
Well, let me real quick.
Nice.
We got somebody here, Richard Quick. Hi, all. Hi, Richard Quick. Hi, all. Thought I would drop in and see what your channel is about. Got this off Sam the Adventure Man. Well, welcome,
Oh,
Richard.
cool. Sam's a great guy.
Thanks for
I'll be
joining.
seeing him this coming weekend, along with
Richard-
Jared and
Richard-
Jeremy.
Richard's in Windsor, Ontario.
Right across the border, the river from Detroit, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I used to drive through there heading up to
Used
the
to go to
Blue
the casino there.
Mountain ski slope up there.
Wayne Peterson, what's up, buddy?
See Joseph.
Joseph Richard, flash in your pan many months ago. Is that months ago? Many months ago, the magnet fishing ladies gave me a direction for a beginner mag kit, and I did not write it down. Can you please help me?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
Wait. Does he have a pencil and paper?
Oh yeah.
I have that kit right here.
Yeah, I could probably get
Somewhere.
a link real quick. Yeah. If I'm good as Mr. Lodak.
Well, here, I can do it real quick. So keep talking. Keep
So yeah,
talking.
the Vixens we're stuck on, have always been, not ready to leave it anytime soon. Very, very happy with Brute Magnetics. We've used it this whole time. We do have a sponsorship with them, but we do not have a coupon code, and that's because a couple of our other channels that we really spend a lot of time with or interact with have their own coupon codes, so we didn't want to like take anything away from them. But Brute Magnetics is fantastic.
Okay,
And-
there's the kit I got. It's
Oh, that reminds me, Rose. I just
the same one you have, Rose.
I'm sorry, Jess, I didn't hear you.
Jess,
Who, me?
she didn't
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh yeah. I had a question for you from your last video. Remember I told you earlier that I had a question, I couldn't remember what it was?
Yeah.
But it just came back, you know. Fell through that keys hole and hit a memory bank. Have you ever tried using your plastic scraper to get in between the magnet and the guardrail? I mean, seeing as you're doing that an awful lot lately.
I tried some, Jeffrey.
Yeah, you know, since we've got the grappling hook, it's just so easy now to pry it off with the grappling hook. That,
Oh, okay.
No, I've never really attempted.
I was afraid you were gonna pop something or something with that grappling hook, prying it up, you know.
Worked so far, but you know, I guess if it happens, it'll make it for good YouTube, right?
Yeah. Try that plastic scraper you got. That might
I'll
pull
see
it
if I
right
can
off there
wedge
pretty
it.
easy.
If she can reach it.
Yeah,
Well,
depending
if you
on
can
where you're
reach it,
stuck.
right.
Most
Right.
of the time, we're on bridges where it's like right at hip length, so it's not a problem. We can try it.
Okay, on this note, I want to do this. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Ted. Is your better half in the room tonight? I saw she joined us the other day. Well, why don't we get the show on the road and we can pin up Shawna and she could spill her life on the island to all our inquisitive minds.
So oh, do you want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. I'm Shawna. I'm from Metlakatla, Alaska. It's a small island in Southeast Alaska. It's a small fishing community. I'm a commercial fisherwoman. I've done many seasons from gill netting to herring fish, halibut. I'm also a commercial diver. I've been diving over 10 years now. I'm a veteran. I've dove sea cucumbers. I have done gooey ducks. And recently I became a gold diver up in the Nome, and I was on the show Bering Sea Gold, which was pretty cool. So that's how everybody's finding me, from the show. They're like, you're the native chick on the show that just dove for gold. So now everybody's wondering, like, where does this girl come from? And so it's been really cool. I've been able to like share my life and how it is on the island. So yeah, it's been pretty exciting. Things have been moving quickly.
I could
I noticed
imagine. Now, what got you from your island to Nome to dredge in the first place?
Well, actually, they asked me a couple years ago to do. Originally, I was supposed to go with the grabber, I think it was, and then we were like really in the talks of getting me up there, and at the last minute, something happened on that end, and I didn't go. So last year, I was supposed to be diving for gooey ducks, but our market was bad because of the whole corona. So our whole fishery was canceled. So the Kellys got a hold of me and they were like, hey, you want to come dive for gold? And I wasn't even in a fishery. And I was like, you know what? Like, when am I ever going to get another chance like this? Let's go. So they took me to Nome, and it was
Oh,
Uh-oh. Yeah, hearing.
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're
back.
back. You're back. Now remember,
Oh, no,
everyone,
dude.
she's on a island in Alaska, and you know I don't think they have fiber optics out there yet. So
Oh, no, we don't.
please bear with her connection and my blonde moments. So all yours again, Shawna.
You're right.
Okay,
And basically
so
where you got the chance to come in there, like you didn't want to pass up the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got asked, and it was right when our gooey duck market was gone because the whole corona. So I went to Nome and flew up there, and I filmed with the Kellys for a month, and that's where I learned how to dive for gold, and it was just nonstop from there as soon as I got there.
How do you like diving for gold compared to like diving for gooey ducks and octopi?
Okay, so I mean, it definitely was intimidating. Like, you know, what you saw on camera, me learning, like that's how I learned, is on camera. So it was a lot of mental, you know. Yeah.
That's how we all
So
learn.
you know, I'm looking at this little hole and I'm like, oh my gosh. But then, you know, I'm talking to myself and I'm like, you know, you could do this. You know, you've dove in deeper waters, you've dove with longer hoses. So I mentally prepared myself. I just remembered all my safety and I jumped in, and it's a lot darker down there. I wasn't used to that halo cloud. You can't see. You have to either like see above it or below it. So I wasn't prepared for that. And I just, I followed the hose, and I was like, all right, let's get to work. And I made sure and do my safety checks, like watching my lines, make sure they weren't on, wrapped on rocks. But I mean, it was like, I felt like if I didn't have the like gooey deck and sea cucumber, background, it would be a lot harder. But because it was pretty kind of similar, it came a lot easier for me to do it.
So you were both divings. You're in about the same depth of water, right?
No, when we dive for sea cucumbers and gooey ducks, we're a lot deeper.
Oh, are you?
Probably, yeah. So like really shallow for us is like 20 feet, but we can go out. I've dove and accidentally ended up in 80 one time when I was following a sea cucumber trail. And then it really depends too. Like the divers who have nitrox, they even go deeper, So we have regular air, and so like I can go anywhere from like 60 to 20. Just really depends.
So is that primarily the only diving you've done as far as your work?
Yeah. So it's every winter time we set up. First, it goes usually sea cucumbers first, and then we start testing for gooey ducks. And then the testing with that, you have to make sure it's not like toxic. You have to make sure it's really cold, like the weather, for it to pass, and then we could start diving. But yeah, we dive all winter long. That's our fishery going on.
Okay, dumb question.
Yeah, what is a gooey duck?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it like a clam, a gooey duck?
Yeah.
Isn't it a clam?
So it's a big ugly clam. It's like they're really hideous. So what you do is when you're diving for gooey ducks, you're weighted down, and like a lot of people don't use fins. They jump in. You're weighted down. You drop down to the ocean floor. You go look for these little indents in the sand, these little circles, and then they drop down a hose. You have a hose a long like steel hose, metal hose, and then you're like because you have intercoms, you're like, all right, turn on the hose, and then you put that hose in and it shoots out water, and then you use one hand you reach in and grab the gooey duck neck. It's like a long neck, you could feel it pulling, and you use your other hand and you carve out with the water, you carve out that clam, and then you pop it out, put it in your bag. And then it gets really sandy, so like you have to remember where the next hole is and whatnot, and you have to make sure you're like where the sands, like the tides start from the top, so the tides pushing the sand one way. It's pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy fishery to do.
And you said that sometimes they're poisonous or toxic.
Yeah, so they have to test them, like the parasilic poisoning and all that type of stuff. So they have to test, and the colder it is, they test easier. So like sometimes we test and they're too toxic, and that means we can't dive. And then sometimes we test them and they're good, and then we want to go right away, go dig them out, and then they get shipped to either China or Japan, and they eat them.
And eat them. They're eaten. Okay.
Yeah.
They eat a lot of weird things in Japan. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you. They eat things we don't eat. We're not.
So neither of those are really popular on your island to eat. It's all export.
Yeah. I've heard of someone making gooey duck chowder, but I don't know.
Gooey duck chowder. That just don't sound good.
It's a clam. It's a clam, right? I mean.
Yeah, it's a big clam.
Oh, you think clam don't?
Well, a big ugly clam.
I'm sure that the difference between eating a shark and eating a tuna is there's a difference, but that doesn't mean that one is bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I just don't have any desire to try it. We'll put it like that.
Right. I don't eat carp.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people that do. So.
since you started to dredge for the gold, to dive for the gold, do you feel like that's something you want to pursue continually now, or do you want to go back to going for gooey duck and slugs?
Well, we're actually in the middle of our season right now, and I'm supposed to be diving, but my captain is about to have a baby, so his boat's not up and going. So right now I'm kind of the backup diver in case someone needs one. So I don't know, the gold, I thought it was pretty cool, but I feel like because I'm better at sea cucumber diving, this is where, you know, I would much rather do this, you know, it's just more my thing. But I mean, if given the chance again, like I definitely would go dive for gold, because like who could say they dove underneath the ice in the Bering Sea and know, you know,
Right.
so
Right.
do it again.
So you don't think you would want to get into prospecting for gold?
You know, it's really interesting. When I was up there, I was so
I would call her a
focused on
miner over a prospector. She's actually mining.
Well, okay.
yeah. So
Sorry,
I was so focused on my diving that I did want to learn more and, you know, understand a lot more. And I've been like slowly like dibble dabbling and like researching and finding out more. But
which is what prospectors do.
Right.
yeah. And so I feel like I want to learn more about it. And you know, there's places around here I hear too, like, and I just up there, I just, you know, because it was so nonstop with the filming and the diving that I didn't even have the chance to learn so much. But now I'm interested, you know.
Right.
I do want to, you know, especially you with the magnet, you know, I always thought of that. I've always seen them and like, it's like, I need to learn more. So we'll have to definitely connect after this.
For sure. Yeah. Any questions, anything like that, I'd say go for it. It's addicting. It's something to do to kill the time too. You know, you don't have to pursue full time if you want. It's still fun no matter what. So yeah, I'd say go for it.
Yeah, definitely. And then too, on this island that I live at, it's an old army base. We have like way out the road, we have like where the old turrets used to be out there, the big ones. And I'm like, man, I'm sure there's all types of.
So you're out on the Illusion Islands, I take it.
No, the southeast, right? Do you guys know where Ketchikan's at?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Have you heard of Ketchikan?
Yeah.
Well, it's a small island across from Ketchikan.
Okay.
So.
Now, when you're diving,
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go.
So when you're doing your normal diving, like, have you had any scary encounters while diving?
Yes.
Tell us about
it. Yes. Okay, so like I have a big fear of, and a lot of divers do, of sea lions, because when you get down there, they're not fun to run into. I've one time I was picking cukes, my head was down, and I was going through kelp, and I was paying attention to my job, and it felt like someone grabbed my fin and shook me, and I was like, oh, I thought it was the other diver, because 2 divers are down at one time. So I whip around, nothing there, and I whip around, this big female sea lion stands up right in front of me, and I'm like, oh my god. And she keeps on putting her head in close to me, and I just have a couple cukes in my bag because I just dropped down. So I'm holding this bag up, and she's coming in, and I'm putting it in front of me, and I'm like, pull me in. I was like, she does not want me here, like something. So then they pull me in, and I'm trying to like kick, so I'm staying at the same depth, you know, because you don't want to shoot up real fast. And then she starts circling me like she wants to eat me. And then we get to the boat, and then then I was like, okay, I see, because we have a bag line. I was like, I see the bag line. I'm good. And I could see the bubbles distantly of the other diver. And then so did she. And she shot right over to the other diver to go mess with him.
Was she being mean in her aggression, or was she just being overly playful for your liking?
Yeah, I feel like it's more overly playful. I've heard stories of some divers running into big, massive bulls down there. My dad got shoulder checked by one when he was diving. They come straight toward you, and those are way bigger and uglier than the females,
Talking a couple 200 pounds, right?
Oh yeah, they're massive. I'm so glad I never ran into a bull. But yeah, my dad, he's been when they don't want you there, they'll get right in front of you, and that's their world, we're just in it,
Right.
And they're so agile. They're just like everywhere. It's just crazy. It's definitely a different world down there. And then let's see, another time which was scary was actually last year. I had a really close call. I've been diving 10 years, and we have emergency bailouts, emergency air that's connected to us. So let's say our airline, it stops, our compressor stops. They'll be like, our compressor's out. So, you kind of prepare or whatever. So I just dropped down. I was in like 43 feet of water. I was picking cukes. I was a good ways away from the boat. And all of a sudden I hear this loud pop. And I'm like, what the heck was that? And I almost thought it was a seal bomb. And I was like, stopped, and I looked around. Then all of a sudden my mask just stuck to my face. And I was like, oh man, I dropped my bag. And I was like thinking, like, because during situations like that, you need to stay calm. You can't just like shoot up. You'll get bent.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, okay, drop my bag. I hit my bailout and I start descending, emergency descent. And my bailout gives me 2 breaths of air. I don't know what happened, but I know that I checked my bailout before I jumped in the water. And then, so I have no air, my face, like my mask is stuck to my face. And then I'm looking up and I'm still trying to go slow because, I don't want to get the bends. And then probably the last 10 feet, I book it to the top. I get up to the top, I rip my mask off to breathe. And by then it's choppy. So then I'm getting hit with waves and I'm trying to wave. I'm waving to the boat and they're not looking at me at the moment. And then I'm trying to drop my weights. And then every time I try and reach for my weights, I go back in the water. And then finally my tender looks over, sees me. They yank me in, which puts me back under the water. Mm-hmm. And I already had no air. I get to the ladder and then I'm like slumped over, like, and I have no energy. And they're like, Shawna, step up. We can't reach you. I step up. And then just hands. I just remember hands. I got like ripped out the water. They take off my gear. Like puking salt water, but I know it's scary, but out of my 10 years of diving, that was the only time I've ever had a bailout. And that's pretty good, Yeah. If I didn't remember my training, it could have been a lot worse. When you're down there and something goes wrong, like a lot of your natural reaction is to take off this unfamiliar. People rip off their masks underwater. I was okay, but it definitely woke me up that day.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. And it's also really incredible that you were able to then just get right back in the water. That's amazing. So.
Yeah.
Talk about
definitely.
Getting back on the horse, huh?
Right, you have to. You gotta get back on that horse.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then even because we have like so many openings on our island, like I don't know, anywhere from like 13 to 15 areas. So if you miss your area, then you don't get to go back there. So it was a couple days and then everybody's like, you going back? And I was like, I have to, I'm not gonna, that's part of, diving and whatnot. So I jumped right back in and I was back
That's
in
your
it.
money too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh wow, I got an announcement.
Definitely.
Shawna, you're up to 34 subscribers right now.
Oh yay!
Yeah, 9 to 34. I'd love it if we get you up to at least 50 tonight. That'd be awesome. Now, what made you decide to open a YouTube channel?
Well, it's always kind of been in the back of my mind, and like when I opened up my Alaskan Shaunna page, like everybody wants to know, like, to me it's so regular, but like the type of life I live up here, sometimes I forget, like a lot of people don't understand it, and I love to like share what I do. I'm always on adventures, I know that I want people to see what I see. excited to get my GoPro soon. I'm gonna strap that baby on, especially when I dive. And like I just want to share my adventures. Like I feel like a lot of people can't dive in Alaska, don't know what sea cucumbers are, don't know what gooey ducks are, you know. So I'm really excited to like to open that door of my YouTube. Yeah.
We don't, you know.
Yeah.
I noticed it. I noticed earlier that you post a lot on TikTok, right? So they can find a lot of your stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
Your little adventures and stuff.
Yeah.
I put on there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wasn't gonna open it.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't gonna open up a TikTok. I was like, I'm not opening up a TikTok, but now I'm all about it.
I'm guilty of it. The Vixens are guilty of it.
Yeah, and it's our biggest platform, which is really frustrating because we wanted the YouTube really to be our big platform, and for some reason TikTok they love the magnet fishing. So
I'll have to follow you.
Yeah, I'll find you before the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Now, is your
I
island
don't
so
know.
small?
I didn't see any.
When you're talking about getting your GoPro in, do you have to have things shipped in? Do you guys have?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So very, very small.
Yeah.
Island. How many people on the island?
Right. Well, around 1,200. During the summer it goes up. People come home to fish and whatnot. So probably about 1,200. So it's pretty small. We have 1-lane roads. We have one grocery store. Speed limit's 20 miles an hour here. Like it's small, you know. There's no like
a school zone.
Sounds like
there's like if you want anything, like you can go to the bigger island, catch can, take a ferry, but that's right now our ferry's down, so we only have one ferry like a day, or one ferry Friday, Saturday. So it's a lot harder. Like there's no restaurants here. I'd be watching the commercials of like restaurants. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't wait to get off the island and eat.
I want to go to McDonald's.
For real.
Do you spend any time off island? Do you go anywhere else, or is this pretty much home base? Other than obviously for the TV show.
Well, I usually go to Seattle a lot, like, but it's the whole COVID thing kind of shut down all the traveling. But my son, he lives in Colorado, so in April is his birthday, and I'm gonna go out there in April. So it'll be good to get off the island. I'm gonna totally eat out as much as I can and do the little things that I can't do here.
New report, you're to 46 subscribers.
Oh my
now.
dang! I'm so excited.
You're gonna have to put some YouTube videos out now.
For sure.
I think you guys, Ed said it earlier today, but I'm just going to reiterate that Shawna, if she can't see the YouTube chat right now because she's on her phone, so if you guys have some questions, just highlight that to Flash in your pan or to me, and we'll get them over there.
Yeah. You're in there as Rose, right?
Yeah, I'm chatting as Rose Briggs tonight.
Okay. So, yeah, any of us here, highlight it, tag us so we could see, hey, Roger James, I've seen a few of our down under friends in the house. Hey, Chris, nice video you guys did over at Picker Hollow the other week.
So have you Shawna, have you done any other type of treasure hunting?
No, I haven't.
No? So you haven't done any metal detecting?
No, but I'm really interested. This island, I know I'd be able to find some pretty cool things.
How about sunken boats?
How about artifacts?
Yeah.
Nope, I haven't.
No.
Mainly fishing. You'll see me out there fishing, diving, or harvesting, chasing octopus around on the beach during minus tides.
Yeah, she hunts for octopus. Well, tell us.
What do you do with them?
Yeah, do you ever find any intelligent ones? Yeah.
That voice you hear is the producer behind the scene, producer Ruby.
Yes.
Hi, Ruby.
Hi.
Hello. So, okay, so once a month they have minus tides. The tide line gets a lot lower than normal. So we wait for the bigger one, and then we could either go, kind of depends on what we want. Like we can go get abalone is really big, scallops sometimes you could score and find some, but octopus is fun to get. A lot of people eat them here. My friend is actually really good at pickling. Like we like to like put up a lot of like food off the land, so we have like deer meat, we have fish, we have, octopus is one. So we go out minus tide, whether it's pitch black out at night or during the day, usually just me and Hannah, my friend. And we go down the beach. We have these big sticks we get off of an alder tree, and we go down the tide line. We look for rocks, and you could know when an octopus is under there because it has like a lot of like shells, crab shells, clam shells around it, and you look for a hole. And then you just like, if you put in your stick and you poke in there, you could feel it. You could feel it. And then they come out. Like when they come out, you grab them on top of their head, you grab it. And even to this day too, like when I grab it, I still like, ah! And I'm screaming too. Like they're strong, they're slimy, but like, it's fun. So you get it. And we flip the hood. So like so that way it's like doesn't move that much and whatnot. Throw it in my backpack, and usually we only get what we need. We don't go get a bunch. But yeah. So we're always on the beach.
What's the largest one you've ever seen?
Geez. Luckily it wasn't underwater. It was actually, I was over in Heidelberg, and I was out shrimping with one of my friends. And he was pulling up his shrimp pot, and there was this massive, God, it was like, I want to say like 6 feet one. It was so big. And but at that, by the time I got downstairs, it already was dead, and they were cutting it up for bait and whatnot. But I took a really cool photo of it. I think it's on my Facebook. And yeah, that thing was heavy, it was big, and I'm glad. Like, I'm happy when I don't run into anything bigger than me when I'm in the water. I just want to get to work.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. One of my friends, actually, Les, he said that one time he was diving by some caves, and he looked in, and there was a bunch of octopus babies hanging. Like, how like they hang everywhere. And then this mama octopus shoots out. And he said he dropped this bag. I think he said that it grabbed its bag, was like feeling around to see what it was, and then it went back in. But I'm like, no thanks.
No way.
I don't. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Sure. They actually protect their young, huh?
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like caves. Like when it's really dark, I try and stay away. But yeah.
We have a few questions in the chat, Jesse.
Do you collect shells?
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
well, I have our abalone, when I get abalone, actually I'm trading someone now. I sent him a bunch of abalone. He's going to make me some cool abalone earrings.
Awesome.
And
cool.
Yeah.
He's making out like a bandit. Abalone is expensive shell.
We do have a question about abalone too from one of our Canadian family members, Jason Combe. Abalone shells worth bucks?
They're
down south, I think they are. I mean, here they're just so common. Like, I had the shells that actually I sent out. I had grabbed them from my yard that they threw them out. Like there's so much here, and usually, and what I do is like, because I shuck them, I take all the meat out of the abalone, and I throw the shells in my yard, and then all the birds come clean them up for me, so I don't have to deal with them. Then I get the abalone later.
Abalone is so good too, but you gotta beat it to death. Shawna, I know you can't see me now, but I'm holding up a penny. I have an abalone shell from when I grew up. I grew up really close to the ocean, and in Northern California and Mexico, there was a lot of abalone at one time. But I have a shell about from the size of a penny all the way up to about the size of a football.
Oh,
Nice,
wow.
gradual. Yeah, and it's
Nice.
amazing I've held on to them as long as I have.
Oh, yeah, you'll have to send me a photo of that.
Okay, I'll have to get the box out of my shed and lay them out and take care of them. But on my shelf in my shed, I have the small one in a nugget round on my shelf. But I'll get them and lace them out and send you a picture sometime.
Definitely. Sounds good.
It's good meat too.
We've got a question from Willie, who says, did they ever find that submarine yet?
No, I heard, oh, see, who was talking about that? I'm not sure. I heard someone, I was eavesdropping on someone's conversation in the market, and I remember someone was talking about it, but I don't think they did. Geez, now I'm gonna have to Google it at tonight and find out.
So what's
And
what is
We
that?
could probably Google it and find out too.
Oh yeah, there you go. Probably be faster.
Yeah. In fact, he can let us know.
Yeah.
What happened? Is this old? Is this legend? Is this what is the submarine?
I don't know too much about it. You guys probably know more than me. All I knew is someone was like, did they ever find that submarine? And I was thinking in my head, like, what submarine?
Okay.
But
That's what I was thinking, same thing. And GoPro Unlimited wants to know, when you were down there dredging, did you see visible gold going up into the nozzle?
Yeah. I saw little flakes, and I guess I was so focused on what I was doing, the diving part, that I didn't take in too much, other things. It was just a lot to learn, on the spot. You guys saw I had that big rock jam that sucks. So it was just a lot of concentrating on that, but I definitely did.
You're probably more concentrating on trying not to clog the hose up again.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, for sure.
Oh, damn, I clogged the hose up. I just started doing it. It's not good. Yeah, but that's cool. I mean, for me, that would be an awesome thing to see. Gold being sucked up. And in quantity that you could actually see it.
Yeah.
Our quantity, it's barely visible, but it's there.
Yeah, I saw that some people pull up big old nuggets, so I definitely was I had my eye out.
Willie says, but there is also a Japanese submarine, I guess, off one of the islands as well. I'm thinking that's probably the Illusion Islands. They had a bunch of bases out there. And I believe the Illusions got bombed the same time Pearl Harbor did. So, I bet, shoot, even on your island, shipwrecks and all kinds of stuff to explore.
Yeah, definitely. You guys have my mind thinking now. I need to follow
just
all
saying.
you guys.
We're gotta get you a GoPro fast so you could
the GoPro
share out that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be cool to see some old World War II sunken ships down there, things like that, and one of the other things, and okay, guys, I'm going to do it anyways, showing cleaning up a little bit. We do that a lot. I really push that, cleaning up where we've been, showing we clean up the environment a little bit.
Definitely.
You're halfway to your first 100, Shawna. You're halfway there.
So exciting. Yay!
You're all awesome. You're all awesome.
I promise when I do my first video on my GoPro, it's not going to be anything dumb. Here's Shawna at a restaurant. Her first restaurant.
Here's my dinner.
Yeah. Show us catching your dinner. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Do you do any what, Ruby?
What, Ruby?
I said, show us the abalone shells in your yard.
Yeah, definitely. I just sent them all out too, like a week ago. I was in there, really found a bunch, but I think there's a good minus tide next month. I think we already hit it. Yeah, we already hit it this month. So next month we're gonna go get some more abalone.
Awesome.
Do you do you prepare you could do videos where you prepare your catches, your fishes,
Yeah.
like that, how to cook them? That would be awesome.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
definitely
gear
will.
you use for what type of dive?
Yep.
Like you could answer questions like from ERRT Radio. Do you use a dry suit or a wetsuit?
Dry suit here for down here we use dry suits, and then up when we're doing gold, it's you're using the wetsuit with the water pumping in.
Yeah, I would really not want to wear holes in a dry suit in the Bering Sea.
Yeah.
That would not be
No,
fun.
not at all. Yeah, it definitely gets cold. You guys
So,
saw the
videos
first
like
episode.
that would be really cool. I mean, a lot of us, I'm sure, have seen those types of shows on, Discovery Channel and this and that. But we all know they're pretty much edited for drama and that
For entertainment.
for entertainment,
Yeah.
paid entertainment. but every day-to-day events that they don't show, that's not full of drama but still interesting, would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Prepping for a trip, things like, of course, me and Ed argue about how long they should be. I think they shouldn't be any more than like 20 minutes.
What's that?
YouTube
videos.
YouTube for your
It's hard
algorithms,
sometimes. It's
they
hard.
want you
I know.
between 13 to 20 minutes. 13 to 20 minutes. So once you get monetized, you can get enough commercials in there to actually bring in a little bit of income.
Gotcha.
A little.
Good to know.
Fractions.
And then anything under 8 minutes, and you're not going to be able to place commercials after that monetization. So I mean, like, you really want to try to get to the 13-minute mark, and you definitely, even if they don't finish the videos, they're going to extend their watch time. So you want it, the closer you get to 20, the longer the watch time. The more watch time you have, the more commercials are watched.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need pointers from you guys on all that when I get started. Yeah.
Well, all you have to do is send a message, Shawna.
For
or
sure.
Shawna, sorry.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm excited.
So, Maggie, did I say that right? Maggi?
No, it's Mage, but let me say, thanks for the super chat, Wolfman Rants. Have a good night at work, brother.
So, you said Mage?
Magi.
What's the geology like on your island? And that's a good question. You got any gemstones or anything out there?
Geez, you know what? I'm not sure. I think that, like, when I started gold mining, like, it just started opening doors. Like, even talking to you guys is like opening so much doors that I was like, dang, I need to find out, because you guys, like, the whole hunting and stuff, it could just add on to my fishing and diving. But I don't know, and I think I really need to find out.
Well, here's what's funny. Remember earlier I said the Ed, Daniel, and I are primarily gold prospectors, right? Rose and Angela are magnet fisherers. But we've expanded into metal detecting, magnet fishing,
gemstone hunting,
bottle hunting, just all.
Nice.
It's all treasures.
There's a whole big hand of treasure hunting.
That's right, the hand.
Yeah.
Takes on different varieties, and it's all treasure hunting. So now that you're getting into the treasure hunting world, I mean, before you were into the food service?
Fishing. I would categorize it as fishing, or
fishing.
deep sea diving,
Yeah.
And as you grow your YouTube channel and you start growing your community and getting to know other people, I think it's just going to naturally come along with things. Like
Yeah.
you're going to find somebody who knows something about something, and they're going to ask you questions, and you're going to ask questions, and then before you know it, you're totally addicted to it, and you're trying everything.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
So who do you watch as far as do you watch much YouTube? I don't imagine you have a lot of time.
Not really. I'm more like if the weather's been pretty bad, but like if the weather breaks, I need to be outside. I'm like, whether it's hiking, climbing a mountain, on the beach, like I need to be outside. Like but the weather's been pretty bad. It's expected right now. It's been storming, blowing like 60. I'm legit at my window with my nose pressed up against it, waiting for the weather to break. Like I want to get outside.
Do you when you say weather, are you getting a lot of snow, or do you get more rain and
well, more rain, more wind. Like it blows here. It's like we're like in a wind tunnel. Like it blows so crazy here, but it's so normal for us at this time of season. It doesn't really snow much here. We've been hitting with storms like every couple days lately. It knocks out power, but it's pretty fast on when it comes back on. Every time there's a storm, I go grab my trash can so I don't have to go look for it again in the morning when the storm's over. But yeah, it gets pretty windy here. Definitely.
So now that you've got other ideas of treasure hunting, other things that you can look for, how that the weather might play some part in that too. On storms like this, Melly texting on the beach could probably be really fun.
Oh man, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure. So I forgot. Do you remember when they had it was like that big tsunami over in, I don't know if it was like Japan or China or something like that. Yeah. So actually my cousin found a boat on the backside of the island from Japan, a little boat. It was, and they still have it, and they cleaned it up, and and they've also, like, when you go on the backside of the island, which is like it's not that far, you find stuff, like people find stuff on the beaches from Japan still from the tsunami. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so I'm sure there's all types of things.
I heard that there was, I heard of at least one junk, which is their boats, reaching across and coming to the United States. That it was blown over or floated over. So yeah, that's very that would be a good place to melee tech, because you never know.
Definitely.
Bob Drake, Down East Detecting and Prospecting, thank you for the $20 super chat. Haven't donated in a while. No biggie, brother, but I appreciate it. I'll catch the archive, Ed. You are screwing with Oak Island again every week, buddy. Do what, who was that? I saw a real good thing right here. They record it and watch it later.
Yeah, that was Jeff.
Jeff.
Thanks for hanging in, Jeff. I appreciate it. I hope you're liking the show.
And our friend Guy, the educationer, he says, record your outdoor activities and you will gain tons of views.
Yeah, I would definitely watch a video where you go to the back of your island and look for anything that may have floated up from Japan. But that kind of leads me into another question, which is, I'm guessing you probably get other people's trash all the time, don't you?
I don't think it's much of a big, it's not a big problem. I feel like it's just like regular, like any other beach. I don't think like it's any like extra than anybody else, but definitely like when you go back.
That would be one way to find out, right? Take a video of it. People will go, man, that's worse than our beach. So that's really clean compared to our beach. That's about normal.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. But
I'll definitely throw a GoPro on every time I go to the backside of the island and
man.
so people could see.
Yeah, walk around, check it out, see what it is, see if you find any weird stuff. Or like you said, I mean, it's incredible to believe like this came all the way from Japan. And I've
Sorry,
seen
my
other
Yeah.
cat
videos where
paid
those
me a
boats
visit.
had like other fish from Japan that had survived the entire
Mm-hmm.
trip and stuff. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Definitely.
So GoPro Unlimited asked a question. I'm gonna kind of change it up a little bit, but did you get to keep any of the gold that you?
Well, when we went up, no, it was just like when we were mining, no, it all went to one pot and then split. That's how it went. And so I know, like, if I ever do the show again, I definitely would love to have a little keepsake to bring back.
Yeah, because what we like to ask for, and I don't know if you've heard the term before, is treasure porn. Like, do you have anything you can show us?
Oh, gotcha.
I was going to
Dude.
ask her that, but I remember she's sitting in her car.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, she is out in her car.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I would have been inside, but like right before I was gonna start, I had some little nieces that showed up and nephews, and I'm like, oh man, I'm not trying to have like kids fighting in the background and me, So I was like, let me go in the car. Yeah.
So let's I like to do hypotheticals. I'm a big fan of hypotheticals. So let's say
you and David Buckle would have got along well.
your YouTube channel's taken off.
Mm-hmm.
You've started a successful YouTube career of treasure hunting. Do you have any bucket list places? Like, is there anywhere you want to go? Is there anything you want to try that you've already had in mind even before meeting us? Like, do you want to go try anything or do anything?
Oh man. So I hope that, well, okay, my bucket list is like I really do want to travel, and like I feel like I want to travel to like other, like, I don't want, COVID sucks, but like my goal would to travel to different like areas and visit indigenous communities and like hang out with them and like check out all their, like, because like it's Alaska, I want to go somewhere else and like see, I've never been to the desert, I want to travel basically.
Yeah.
So definitely maybe that could be
treasure hunting done, man.
Exactly.
You actually got an invitation from a desert dweller earlier tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, come out. He'll show you how to dredge for. Did you say dredge or look for gold?
Brian.
Wayne
Peterson. Yeah.
Wayne Peterson. He says about showing you how to prospect for gold out in the desert.
Ooh, good to know. I see I'm making all these connections. It might be part of it. Like, this is Alaskan Shaunna in the desert. This is Alaskan Shaunna.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. We get to meet up with the Flash in Your Pan crew, Ed, Dano, and Jess. We do meetups with them, and we've gone and met up with other people. I think, honestly, to keep videos going, to keep things fresh, meetups are a fantastic idea.
Oh,
good to know.
Collaborations are great. We kind of do it every week almost.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just gotta figure out how to make it.
We do, don't we?
On that note, thank you for collaborating with us, Shawna.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. You guys are like opening, doors. I'm like excited about this whole treasure hunting thing. Like, I'm excited.
Well, when you get big and famous, and have 100,000 people out there, make sure you give us a shout out.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I mean, we'll still be here at our 3,000 or 4,000. We're at 4,000 now, right?
2,500, I think.
I went past 45, then I dipped down. I gained like 500, then I lost 20. It works like that. But hey,
it's show business.
In a way, yeah.
You come on and tell us about it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You will pass us up, and that's great. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely always come back. I feel like you guys are like, this is like the beginning, like too, for me. So like, I want to be like the first you know, people that I did you know, live with. You guys are them, so
That's
I'll be
cool.
back.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, damn, Ed, you're the Johnny Carson of YouTube.
Hey, right on, right on.
Johnny.
You're Ed. Oh no.
People in Alaska want to come south to the desert. People in the desert want to go to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, I
Yeah.
want to go to Alaska again. Laugh my ass off. Oh, Jeff, I keep saying I should have went there when my daughter lived in Anchorage. I should have went there. I'll get there. I'll get there. I have a lot more connections up there now.
So, Ed,
Yep.
you said your son lived in Colorado.
Yeah, my son lives in Colorado. Right.
So does Wayne.
Oh, good
So
to
does
know.
Second brother. Yes. Yep.
Good to know.
Colorado's beautiful.
Yeah, Colorado's gorgeous.
Yeah. I definitely, when I go out there, I want to do the whole scenic thing, because like the short time that I was out there was like my son moved out there 2 years ago, so we were just there getting him set up. It was like I was there for a week just doing my mom thing, and so I didn't get to see everything, but I've been looking up slowly things I want to get, you know, go see with him when I'm there, so I'm excited.
Oh man, Colorado's so beautiful. Is can you give an area of where he's about?
He's on the border, like right on the border of Aurora, and just right. It's like it was only 20 minutes away from the airport, really, on an Uber. So, yeah, I only got to see a portion of it, but
It's
I
so
hear
much
it's
to see.
amazing.
Yeah, so
It-
much to see.
I wasn't used to the elevation though. That made me like that serious. Like it made me sick. I was like, I went from sea level to, even when I was in the plane, my ears were like popping, and I was like, what's going on? Like I was kind of scared. I feel like my ears are sensitive. And I was like, my ear gonna blow it? I don't know. Like, and then so like
Yeah,
I
you're
go
used to
there.
going from ground level to negative, right?
Yeah. So and it's like you have to constantly drink water. Like I did feel sick and I was bored. So like I went and tried to work out, try to run. Within the first minute, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, they're a
Yeah.
little bit below sea level.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
What about spending time in Alaska? Like, you ever make it out to Anchorage or?
Yeah, we go to Anchorage a lot. So my island, we have a clinic, we have a little dental place here, but anything bigger than the regular, they ship us to Anchorage. They have big hospitals there. So we do a lot of traveling from here, or even a Sitka, kind of just like depends. So any medical stuff, we go to Ketchikan, take a flight up to Anchorage. We're housed there for however long. And then, so yeah, I see Anchorage quite a bit.
How long is a trip like that? How long would that take you to get to Anchorage?
Oh, goodness gracious. So they have this run called the Milk Run, and it's legit like 5 hours. It's Ketchikan to Wrangell, go right up, go back down to Petersburg, then Juneau, and then Sitka. It's like nonstop. And I hate that flight. Definitely. But it's like a 5-hour flight.
Wow. Willie got another question. Wants to know if you ever seen military flyovers from Russia, Air Force.
You know what? I think I have.
I just don't pay no mind.
I swear I swear we see that, and I'm like, that's not normal. But yeah.
You ever get down to judo?
Yeah, I've been there a few times. Sometimes like when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, they sent me to Juneau, so I was there. That would have been a good GoPro video, me getting my wisdom teeth pulled.
What about so I mean, we talked about sea lions. I always feel stupid asking this question, but do you guys deal with any sharks? What kind of wildlife do you have in your area? Whales, anything?
So we have killer whales. There is a story of another diver who he was diving, and part of the tender up top, they're supposed to watch out for sea life for us and be like, hey, there's sea lions coming, there's whales, get out of the water. And I'm pretty sure one of the divers was down there picking cukes, and he looked up and a pod of whales was going by, and he said all he did was lay flat. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I would have did. I would have played dead, just laid there. Like, I wouldn't know what to do. But yeah, I'm so happy. At least it was just a female sea lion that I saw. But yeah, there's whales. One time I moved a piece of kelp, and this big wolf eel curled up and opened its massive mouth. That was pretty gnarly. I like moved back, and it came out, and it turned, and its body just kept on going. Oh God. And then that whole dive, like one little shrimp would go by me, and I was like, because my nerves were so shot the rest of the day. Anything, so yeah, that was pretty crazy. And those things are ugly. They have like, I want to say like big cheekbone things. Oh, they're not fun to see underwater. And let's see, what else do I see down there? You see fish, you think that like the fish would swim away from you, but they don't. Like, I've actually like used a bag, like my cuke bag, to push them out the way, because they'll just sit there and stare at you. The clams, like sometimes you can come on like the beds and just and when they feel like, I don't know, when you go over them, they'll come up and they'll be going like this everywhere. I always like grab them, like throw them, just to see them spitting.
So do you guys, like, can you, in any of the things you're hunting for, you said, the duck, what are they called? Slippery ducks?
Gooey ducks.
Yeah. Do you get any pearls?
No, we don't open them. I don't think that there's pearls in gooey ducks, as far, unless they're not telling us.
Right.
We gotta up our prices now.
Now, do
But
you have oysters carrying pearls up in Alaska?
I don't know much about oysters. I know that some people have little oyster farms, but as far as like pearls and stuff, I don't know. I guess I need to find out. Put that on my Google search tonight on oysters and pearls in Alaska.
Leah Duncan's wondering, what got you into diving? Was it something because of the village and the industry there, and that's how you harvest? Or
yeah, so this is mainly like, it's a fishing community. So during the winter times, dive season, my dad was one of the originals that started on the island. They used to dive for sea urchins too. So he was a diver, and then my brothers got certified, and I worked on top of the boat, and I would see them, and I just was so fascinated. I was like, God, that's amazing, when they would jump over, and I would ask tons of questions. And then finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get certified, I'm gonna do it. So I flew myself to Seattle, got certified, and that was it. And my dad retired from diving, so then my two brothers dove, and I was lucky because they trained me. I got to dive with my brothers down there, except for my brother would, like, one of my brothers loved to scare the bejesus out of me all the time. Yeah, I know. And I just fell into it, and then now my brothers are retired, and I'm still the only one diving out of the family. And then my whole fleet, we have some really badass divers here. Right now I'm currently the only female diver in the whole fishing fleet.
Yeah, it's because you got a set bigger than most men's, I'll tell you what.
I'm telling you.
No way would I do that.
So is that a family business then, with what you're involved in?
Well, it used to be off my dad's boat, but he retired the boat from the dive fishery. So yeah, it is a family business, because my cousin Cameron actually, when my dad retired, he bought all the dive equipment. So now I dive for my cousin Cameron. So it's a family business. And then, cool. Yeah.
Why did your brothers retire? Is it dangerous? Is it something you don't want to do for very long?
It's dangerous. It wears on your body. It's a dangerous fishery. Anything could go wrong. We have deaths, in the diving industry, you know, when something goes wrong, you can't panic. There's no room for error. You could go down there, and if you panic, you could shoot up, explode your lungs. You could get the bends. So there's even grown men who get certified and can't cut it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But it's just like,
have you ever had the bends? Is that like is that instant death, or you know?
No, you'll feel it. So we have our dive watches. So the deeper you go, the less time you have underwater. So you stay shallow, you know, you have your dive watch you constantly look at. So I have like levels. It's like a green, yellow, red. Red's bad. So about yellowish, I'm like, I know I need to be making it back to the boat. And then so you go up slow. You have a dive line where you could hang your bag. Like if you have a big bag, it's hanging in there. You go up, and at 15 feet, you can hear it, your computer beeping, and it'll say stop at 3, and they'll time you for 3 minutes. For that 3 minutes, your oxygen is getting back to normal, and you stay there and you hang for 3 minutes, and that helps you go back to normal. But yeah, it's definitely like, you know, you don't want to do it a long time. They say it really wears on your body. I'll probably do it just a couple more years, and I'll call it good.
What are you gonna do when you stop diving then?
Well, I'm currently working on a clothing company for commercial fishermen, commercial fisherwomen, divers. It's kind of been on the back burner, but like I've been going full board on it lately. So hopefully I keep on changing the date. So hopefully by, what's the date today? February, at the end of February, I should have my first item out, which is
There you
pretty
go. Another
exciting.
YouTube videos.
I know.
Got all
Oh,
kinds of
definitely.
channels happening.
Yeah, I'm trying to, man. I'm really trying to like get so much done and like really take this opportunity, like, you know, especially because COVID, you know, like I have a lot of time at home. I'm not normally home, so
Right.
I'm trying to get as much stuff done as I can.
Well, and what you'll find too, once you start, let's say you get into your clothing line, start doing videos on that, you'll find a whole nother community there. You know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Don't know how good a community, but they're there. You know? I know how our community is. Ours is great. You know?
Yeah, I definitely feel the love in this room. You guys are wonderful.
Oh yeah, I feel
it's not us, it's them out there in our chat room.
Community,
Those guys are the ones that do it for us.
So fantastic.
And we're beyond the goal I set. I think I set it too low. You're at 54 subscribers now.
Nice. That's exciting.
It seems like that first 100 takes forever. And then you're like, man, that 500 takes forever. Man, that 1,000 takes forever. But
or you'll get the video and you're like, this is the video. Like this video is the one. Like this is what's new for you, and then it totally flops and you're like, I don't know what I'm talking about. What was I thinking?
Yeah, that reminds me, Rose. I worked on this one video. I ended up putting like 38 hours of editing into it alone.
Wow.
And you know, you're always your own worst critic.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, I'll just get it out there. And I was still like not happy with it, so I don't take that long editing now. I know, Jesse, I know that. Why do you say it's an editing? I try not to let it take that long now. But I'm sure you're gonna do great, especially if you're doing
thank you.
diving and like if you find shipwrecks and stuff like that. All my friends who dive, their channels are rocking it.
Oh, good,
So,
yeah.
I could see once you get out there, people know you from Bering Sea Gold, and once you get out there, go for it. And then I want to bring this up. I've seen it elsewhere in First Nation circles. It's maybe you would like to put some light on it since I saw you wearing, I think it's a shirt you
Mm-hmm.
have. It promotes, uh,
Missing murdered Indigenous women.
yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, so well, my background, I'm Native American. My father is from here in Malakatla. I'm Tsimshian, and then my mom is from Oklahoma. She's Pawnee native. So yeah, I feel like if I'm have a little bit of a platform, I would love to use it positive, and bring some light to it. There's so many missing murdered Indigenous women that are just like it's happening and no one's doing anything about it. So yeah, it's definitely definitely a problem. So any chance I get, I'm gonna do anything to help like my people and put it out there and let it be known for people who don't know. So yeah, I'm
Is
definitely
there
a
a website or anything that people can go check out? Or is
well,
this
it's kind of like
something you're gonna
yeah, it's
start?
kind of like everywhere. But my friend Brody Sanchez, he and his girlfriend, it's actually his girlfriend, the photo, it's a badass photo. And then they did a sweater for it, and because he just hooked me up, was like, here's your sweater, and I wear it proudly, like it's amazing, his work and whatnot. And if I could bring some light to that, I definitely will.
I've watched a few documentaries on stuff like that, and I think it's sad, and
Oh,
you
definitely.
know,
Mm-hmm.
we're all part of the same chain of life, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what color we may be on the outside, and it's and oh, I could go on and get emotional about it, but it
Mm-hmm.
just bites. And I want to bring that up to you tonight so it could be out there even just a little bit
Yeah, thank
more.
you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you. And if anybody, look it up and oops, my low battery shut up. But yeah, look it up and get some more info on it, and it's definitely real and it's happening. And more people should be like, it's kind of like a struggle we're going through.
Is that Sarah Gazer says she's heard of the group from Thomas and Medina of the missing? Is that what you're talking about?
Mm,
No, that's
can
somebody else.
I don't think yeah.
Because I've heard of the group from Thomas.
I'm too I know there's like so many,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that doesn't get reported too much in the media.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
And it's because
Mhm.
honestly, we're not talking about it enough, sharing it enough.
right.
Mhm.
Bringing
Well,
it. The more, the more we talk about it, the more we share it, the more we
Yep.
post it. Then it will, then everybody else who hasn't heard about it will start bringing it to light. Start
Yeah.
more.
Mhm.
yeah.
Literally,
Definitely.
Brian from American Gold Prospector says the native girl disappeared when he was in Nome and never found her.
Yeah. I heard about a lot of, disappearing cuz that the whole area, it's just frozen, it's definitely a lot harder to find people, that type of weather. So like
Right.
I remember I've read some things about that up there.
So Jason says we have a huge movement. Sorry guys, huge movement supporting MMIW up here in Manitoba. That's cool. That's
Mhm.
very cool.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
So as we're starting to see, this is a bigger issue than just
Mhm.
one or two
Mhm.
people here and
Oh
there.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's thousands. It's
Yeah.
it's it's
Mhm.
all across the First Nation coast to coast and throughout Canada, and it's really heartbreaking. It's really
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, you know, I feel so helpless. You know, I'm on a small island in Alaska. It's like, what could I do to help? So, like, if I could, even like wearing a shirt, you know, now we're talking about it. You know, like I'm definitely, yeah. So I thank you for bringing it up. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you're more than welcome. And when I saw that shirt, I knew what it was all about. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you know, before even pre-show and Jesse and Dano showed up and Rose, I'm like, I want to bring this up. I'm like, okay, Ed, make sure you bring this up. One of your bullet points, and we like never have bullet points. It's like we shoot from the hip and hope we hit the bullseye. Shoot from the hip is how we flow here. Yeah.
Jay Eberhart says Bering Sea Gold. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Actually, you had a question.
Yep.
What season of Bering Sea Gold are you on? That was from Lee Duncan.
So season 12, episode 15, even at the hold up, I know it. Hold on. At the
I know.
At the wait, the 3-minute mark. That's my debut. That's my debut. So they like because I gotta watch it, you know, like my family, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know how I felt. I was like all like excited. And my first shot they did, they like slow motion to me. It was pretty cool. I saved the slow motion on my phone. I'm like,
Cool.
Do you still get giddy about
what
that?
did your family think?
Do you still get giddy about it? Are you still nervous about it?
Yeah. I mean, like, I like people like message me and be like, oh, it's so cool. Cause I interact with like all, you know, my, like, I don't even want to say fans. I interact with everybody and they're like, this is so cool, celebrity. I'm like, I'm so not a celebrity. Like, I'm just regular Alaskan Shaunna, you know, like, but yeah, that's pretty cool that like people actually say that to me. And so was it 2 weeks ago? I was actually over in Ketchikan and I finally was like recognized by like someone. This guy looked at me and he goes, Alaskan Shaunna, Bering Sea Gold. And I was like, oh my God. he's like, I'm buying you a beer. I'm like, hell yeah, first beer. I was like, I'm excited.
That's really awesome when that happens too. You know, kind of throws you off guard a little bit, but at the same time, it feels good. You know, it feels good.
Definitely.
Somebody real is actually watching what I'm doing, you know, and they like it enough to come up and say hi. You know, it's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
You know.
It definitely is.
It's like when we've had people on here who think it's the greatest thing. We are the greatest thing ever. Oh, I'm so thrilled to be here. Yeah, there's one Rose right there when they first come on. It was like, you know, and then and Dano and Ed and I, we look at each other and go, what?
We're just three guys. Now we're three guys and a couple of gals that have a talk show that we love to do, going on our 4th year. So
nice. Well, I'm definitely a fan now. I'm going to be tuning in all the time. So
cool.
That's pretty cool.
And as you see, we do pay attention to our chat room. We like our chat room.
We love our chat. They're our family.
Definitely.
The guests that come on the show, it's like Christmas every Tuesday, like, you know, and the education that comes along with it and the patience. So I can ask the newbie questions. I can ask, you know, we say they're dumb questions, but I don't believe in dumb questions.
And neither do I. There's no such thing as a dumb question, just stupid answers.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that's why I like to let Rose run with it more now, because she's got the fresher questions, and I forget to ask those anymore, you know. So
I try. I think it's a compliment. So I think that he's pretty good. I think Jess is pretty good at keeping the chat going, and then I'll like, oh, what are we talking about? Like, what is a sticky duck? What are those things called?
Gooey duck.
Gooey duck. You know, like simple questions like that, and I think it just I think it helps out everybody. from new watchers to, you know, your
Mhm.
4-year fans. I don't know. The guys have been there the whole time. Like you just
Yeah.
you go through all of it. So
Hey, look, even everybody here. I can imagine everybody here has learned something new tonight. You know,
yeah.
if it's just a minor little thing, it's something they didn't know before.
Raise your
Yeah,
hand if you
definitely.
learned something new tonight.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you learned something new tonight, Flash fam.
Yeah.
I did. My hand's up.
My hands up. Absolutely. That's what I like about the show too, because even though we're doing this and we do it, we always learn something. Somebody comes, even when we go to a new place to prospect, we learned a new way to prospect. We learned different methods. So it's
Mhm.
fun.
Nice, definitely.
like
I love
coming
it.
here. I like
Mhm.
coming here.
P3.
My favorite day of the week. I see a lot of hands and thumbs
Hmm.
up.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I wish you could be watching the chat right now. I was gonna say, yeah, on another Tuesday, if you could come in, you should really check out the chat and everybody.
Oh yeah.
There's so much.
Oh
fun.
yeah. I'm gonna set my calendar. I'll be here next Tuesday watching. I'm definitely gonna be on.
Oh, next Tuesday's open line mic.
Oh yeah, those are the fun ones.
That's
I
a fun one.
drink a little more than normal on those nights.
That's what it is. I was
Ah,
the extra shot.
it gets a little more relaxed and the innuendos come more often.
Nice.
I tell you what, you're lucky. We've kept it pretty clean tonight.
Yeah.
Especially with the gooey duck stuff and the cucumbers.
Because a lot of people don't know what a gooey duck looks like.
I wanted to say something when I was talking about that Japanese lady eating the gooey duck or sea cucumber or whatever, and I'm like, ugh. Because everybody in the comments were like, oh, that'd be painful. Just the way she was eating it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so have you tried any of them?
Yeah.
Okay. And so
I know it, but I don't like
good?
how they look. You know, they're not pretty. And then the sea cucumbers, like to me, because they are bottom feeders. So they're filtering, and it's just like I don't see anything like, I don't know, doesn't look too appetizing for me.
When you pick them, you don't kill them, right? You keep them live the whole time.
Well, so we pick them, we fill up a big bag, and then we bring the bag up, and then our tender pulls them on the boat, and then he has to do a certain cut right by the mouth, like it's like a little inch cut a certain way, and then the water comes out, and then it's pretty fast. I think they take it from our cannery, or no, we offload on boats and they take it to Catch Can. I'm pretty sure it's cooked over there and it goes right on a flight and shipped out.
Yeah. So it's processed. It's processed there. It's not shipped live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now, do they have when I lived in Washington out on the San Juan Islands, quite a few of my friends would go up to, they'd go somewhere in Alaska and fish. Maybe it was the Bering Sea. But they said, do you go to the huge processing plants like they would? Those
like the canneries.
Yeah.
So we used to have a running cannery, but now we don't. But we like whenever we get product, we unload to the big packers. We have different companies that come in. So right now I think there's 2 companies that come in that we can unload to on our dive sea cucumbers. You can kind of pick who you want to deliver to, and everybody they have meetings like who's going to give you the sweetest deal thing.
Okay.
So yeah, and then you deliver onto these boats and then they take it. Yeah. We don't have a cannery here. We used to, but they do have a cannery in Catch a Can that's up and running.
Yeah, they talked about some big, huge ships that would be like a floating fish processing plant.
Processors. Oh, that's more. Yeah, that's more up. That's like Dutch Harbor area. I know a couple people who work on those boats, like those big, massive ones. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Chrissy. It's about time, girl. Say hi, Johnny. Hey, Moto Mining. Terry Curry.
Curry.
Oh,
Okay.
go ahead,
Yeah,
Jeff.
I got it. Terry Curry wants to know, or wants you to come back next week with a list of things that you added to your bucket list from this show. He says,
That's a good idea.
Tell us next week the things from the show you put on your bucket list. That'd be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, next
Yeah.
week's Open Line Tuesday. So,
You got a lot of
yeah.
options. You got lots of
Definitely.
options. I was going to ask you if you
I'll
ever
do
got
it.
into the archaeology of the island.
Yeah, I'm
the
definitely
native.
gonna do some research, and then have some. I'm coming back with a vengeance, and I'm gonna have
All
some
right.
questions for you guys, and I'm gonna know a lot more.
Oh no, a woman with a vengeance! Look out!
Uh-oh.
I've heard of those.
We'll have a metal detector and a gold pan and some shovels by the time we see her.
Man, everything. There's no limit, definitely. I have pulled up some really cool bottles. I do have a cool bottle collection that I got from the from diving. Some pretty old ones. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we got one of our chat room members in here, Jersey history hunters, Audra. She loves bottles.
She really digs her bottles, all right.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
she does. She's a big time bottle hunter.
What kind of trash are you seeing in the water? When you're down there, are you seeing picking at anything or?
No, I don't really see much trash really. The closer we are to the island, because I know that they used to. That's where I find all my bottles, like right outside the island. Some really cool ones. I know that a diver has found old. If I'm correct, now I'm gonna have to come back and let you guys know. I'm pretty sure a diver found an old bomb underwater, and they had to call. Yeah, they had to call like authorities and all that. But I'll find out. I'll come back and I'll update you guys. I'll find out the whole story. I'll find out which diver it was too, and I'll ask.
Yeah, that's not unusual. That wouldn't be unusual up there because during World War II there was a lot of activity up that way.
Right.
Bombing runs, plane crashes, plus the ships on the sea. So that wouldn't be a real unusual.
Yeah, I'll find out more and definitely update you guys.
That'd be fun. We always like to hear it. And then the other thing that this group likes when you come on next time you come on, if you come on again,
treasure porn.
Treasure
is
porn.
what we call it.
Yeah.
Anything treasure is good, from relics, bottles, shells.
Yeah.
And we're such
gold.
We're such deviants, we call it porn.
Yeah. So that's a common term, or at least since I've been on this channel, that's what I've learned. That's what it's called.
Well, you started it.
Definitely, I'm excited. I'll have a collection and do a show and tell of some things. That'll be fun.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. And I think Rose, next week you got a little show and tell, right?
I do. I have it all ready
What
to
is
go.
it? It's a what is it, right?
I'm sorry?
It's a what is it?
It is. It's a what is it? It's something that we found that we have not had, or if somebody said something, we might have missed it. So it's nothing personal if we have missed it from somebody. But it's something that has stumped us, and I've cleaned it up a little bit. So I've got really great, I'm going to be able to show you guys really great picture. You guys really see what it is, and we can try to guess what it is.
Awesome.
All
I'm
right.
super stoked about
That'd
it.
be next week, guys.
Yeah. I bet you Jess guesses it like
and she hasn't showed us.
No, yeah,
she hasn't showed us what it is. So we don't know either. That'll be fun.
I met up with these guys right before Christmas, and we were metal detecting. We were learning how to metal detect together. Jess, I think that's what you said. We're all learning together. And I find this tiny piece of metal, which I'm able to tell that it was something. Like, I know that at some point it was something, but I have no clue what it is. And I bring it to these guys, and they're like, oh, that was an animal trap. You know, this one little piece of metal. And they're like, that was an animal trap. Like, that's what it was. So they'll probably guess it really quick. But
Randy Lewis says, post some treasure porn on your YouTube channel.
There you go.
You can, but you're still more than welcome to come back and show us what you got. And maybe we'll make next Tuesday what you got.
Okay.
Open line Tuesday.
I definitely I feel like I'm definitely not gonna say this is my treasure porn for my first video though.
Right.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It could be a what is it too, you know?
Yeah, if you find something and you don't know what it is, that's fun. That's something also fantastic about this community is that you can be like, hey, you know, you know what I was about to say, hey guys, I don't want to sound stupid, but they never feel that way ever. You can say, look, I found something. I don't know what this is. It's weird. Look at it. And typically there's somebody who's going to be able to be like, oh, that was a smokestack that went on top of a John Deere tractor from the years this to that. You know, they know it like
part number 3346. Sears catalog, 1943.
So fast, crazy.
That's a 1800s board stretcher with some level fluid.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'll definitely want to do that for sure.
Well, you'll find that this community is a very loving and giving community, very caring, lots of fun, and we're all kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So am I. That's why I like you guys.
Birds of a feather, guys. Birds of a feather.
Yippee.
Definitely.
What? Okay. Our Canadian outdoorsy gal has a question. What kind of fish has she fished for in Alaska so far? She's by the way, outdoorsy gal is a fisher person.
Mm-hmm.
She loves her fishing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So I gill net during the summer. I've been gill netting like my whole life. I've also been halibuting. We used to have herring on the island. Herring was pretty cool, but the herring they don't come to the island, you know, like they used to. So that fishery kind of stopped. I've set shrimp pots. I've set crab pots. I got to go out shrimping when I was in Heidelberg. I've did just about almost every fishery. I haven't been staining yet, but I have a bunch of family and friends that's like, let us know if you want to jump on a boat. So I have to do that, put that on my bucket list because I feel like that's the only one I haven't done.
Yeah, you go to Outdoorsy Gal O's YouTube channel, and he's got lots of fishing videos and stuff on there.
Nice.
She's awesome lady too.
Yeah, halibut. Yum, Chrissy. I know. I love halibut.
That's my favorite fish to eat. Oh my gosh.
Halibut, so good.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like halibut. I like shark, and I like
shark steaks. Yum yum.
I don't think I've had shark.
Oh, shark is good. It's a believe it or not, it's a delicate meat. It's light. It's not real fishy flavor. It's a light meat. I was surprised. It was good. Lingcod. I like monkfish.
But I mean, have we talked about salmon at all?
About what?
Salmon.
Salmon?
Fish. Oh, outdoorsy gal.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't think we've talked about salmon at all.
No salmon's run for you? Any smoked salmon, Shawna? Anything
well,
like
I'm sure that's what she gill nets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have some we like when we get fish and we want to put up some fish, we have some women here who put up some amazing smoked salmon. Like you can give them, they'll like split half with you and they'll keep half and they'll put, oh my God, it's like absolutely, I just had some today and it's like, it's like gold. It's called kippered. They do, they have their own brine. It has like brown sugar and soy sauce, and like, you'll be lucky to someone shares their secret recipe with you, but it's so good. Then I have plain pack too. I have, you know, and then we have these smoked fish strips, like Hawaiian strips, which are really good too. Yeah, we definitely are really blessed up here.
It's
Yeah. So one thing you need to know about us is if you decide that you would like to send us some smoked salmon, you have to remember there's actually 5 of us. So
Got
just
you.
come in
Good to
5s.
know. I'll start putting some aside. I'll send you guys each a jar when I re-up. I'm getting some more soon too. Let me know. Just send me your PO box, or not your PO. I'm so used to PO box. I'm in Alaska. Send me your address.
Moto Mining's also wondering about Indigenous crabs. Do you do any
Oh yeah,
like king crab and
well, yeah,
blue?
we have dungeons here. My cousin Freeman, like, he goes out all the time, and we're pretty blessed because he'll go out and set some pots and he'll cook it, and he'll go to the market and you can get them for like $5 a pop, and fresh, just caught, just cooked. Like he just had them yesterday. I think it was yesterday, and I think I missed out because I was at the gym when he was there, and they go pretty fast. But yeah, we have dungeons here that we eat all the time.
Yum yum.
But no king crab, I don't think, in this area. I've never.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, not in this area.
In the San Juans down in Washington, I loved it. I'd go down to the dock, throw my crab ring out.
I love seafood.
Definitely.
Yeah, me too.
So somehow we got off of treasure hunt and onto the food again.
Well, you know, that happens when you shoot from the hip.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well,
We were just about
that's the thing about the show too. The show goes where the chat room takes us, you know.
Yeah.
They want to talk about fish, or Chrissy does, anyways.
Yeah, it was all Chrissy's fault.
All Chrissy.
She's still talking about fish. Lingcod goes by many names. Eelpoot, lawyer, what the? Dogfish, burbot, poor man's lobster, freshwater cod, etc., etc., etc.
You're right. You know what? You're right, Chrissy. Fishing is treasure. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. I honestly wish I did more of it. I wish I knew more about it. It's something that I would definitely like to spend more time learning how to do. But of course, I want like, you know, I want all the ocean fish. Like I don't want my catfish, you know. I want to go.
Yeah.
It's tasty.
I used to fish a lot, Chrissy, until I got back into prospecting, and
yeah, me too.
I haven't looked at the creek the same since.
Yeah.
Wow, time flies. It's almost 10 o'clock here already. Yeah. Man, girl.
Time flies when you're having a good time.
That's right.
You stayed warm, huh? You stayed warm?
Yeah.
Okay.
It don't look like there's snow on the roof behind you. Much snow on the island?
No, we don't have any snow on the island. It gets pretty dark. It gets dark about 4 now. So like, it's been, it doesn't really snow much here. Like we'll get a little bit and then it melts. Like not much at all.
Oh, wow.
Well,
you're relatively south, correct?
Yeah. Southeast Alaska. Yeah. The small little tiny islands that start, you know, and then you would think no one lives on those little islands. Well, here I am living.
I have to be honest. I grew up in Eagle River, which is about 15 minutes out of Anchorage, and I'm not familiar with where you're at. I've done more research. But no idea. Other than I know that when you don't get that much snow, you're probably south. Like that's something I do know.
Yeah, definitely.
Jason Combe says he can send you some snow if you want it.
Yeah. Send it up. Definitely.
Dano, where are you going ice fishing at?
North.
Yeah, I was gonna say not
We
around
gotta
here.
go a lot north now.
I gotta go see Chrissy.
I found places you can rent up per way. You can get like a 4-man cabin they put on the lake that you can set inside, heat it, open the floor and fish. Now you have to be out in the cold.
Right.
You
were
were
telling us
talking about that.
125 a night's what I found so far per person.
Could be worse. That could be worse.
Bait, poles, and all. They supply everything.
Oh, nice.
That's
Well,
that's honestly.
I'll wait till springtime. Maybe go out, get on a headboat and go.
Perch and
We'll-
walleye, you can flay them and cook them in the kitchen.
We'll let you tell us all about it, Dano, bro.
I'll do a video about it. I do have a YouTube channel, you know, since I only got 300 and some subscribers. I'm a little guy.
Hey, you're bigger than me.
Not much, buddy. Not much.
You're bigger than me. I'm still in the 200 range, so.
Oh, jeez.
I think I made it to 300 and some now. I'm actually pushing it.
Oh, it's all Ed's fault.
I've had a YouTube channel for 7 years. That tells you how much I push mine.
Remember, Dan,
You haven't done jack since you joined us, Dana. Well, I can't say that. You've put out a few, but
I put out videos when I get around to them. When you work the hours I work, it's hard to stay on top of YouTube.
yeah, but those get you trips to California and down south and
working late
to
does.
other
Oh, yeah, it
places,
does. More money.
Arizona.
More money.
More
Ed,
money.
it's that time, buddy.
Yeah, it is. I'm doing one refresh more. You're at 56 now. From
Oh,
9
wow,
to
that's so
56.
exciting.
Thank you, everybody that subscribed to Shauna's channel. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes, thank you.
So now
you go.
those people, those 10 people that subscribed, go over, watch your video, and share it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Watch your video and share it.
That way she'll put out some more.
She has one video now. She'll get more, I promise you. If you're on the book, check out, like her Alaskan Shaunna page.
Facebook and TikTok, guys.
Oh, yeah, TikTok too.
Oh, TikTok.
Yeah.
Bering Seagull Shawna on TikTok. I have a bunch of cool diving videos on there and fishing.
Right, yeah, I saw that. I was watching some of them.
Yeah, I actually follow you on TikTok. I'm on TikTok too.
I'll jump on there tonight, I promise.
Oh, nice.
Everyone, thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Had a great time. Shoot. I went to go look at who gave super chats, and it's not telling me. Everybody out there who gave super chats, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. I know Ted did. I know Wolfman did. I remember I'm blonde and I'm trying to remember. Okay. Can you guys help me at all? Who else gave super chats? All of you who gave super chats, I greatly appreciate it. Bob Drake and many more.
They said I should be a guest on your show so I get more views.
Maybe one night, Jesse. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Gone digging? Another great YouTuber with a good talk show himself. But yeah, you're just missing it. We're about ready to roll her up for the night. We've been on, well, almost 2 hours with that ed difficulties, ed tech,
error.
Edder or Editing
mistake.
I promise. I try to get better every week, I swear. All right, everybody. Again, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Next week is Open Line Tuesday, where you're our guest. And I guess we're going to have it, what you got, a show and tell weekend or week. And I look forward to it. Thank you, Moto Mining.
What is it, dude?
Huh?
We're doing a what is it?
A what is it? Yeah.
What
is it and a what you got?
And whoever calls in gets shagged into being the guest that night.
That's right. We'll rope you in. Or we'll try and see how many we could stuff in that little box right there. They say I can get 100 in there. Maybe we'll try and break it sometime. Just fit you all in a box. Everybody, I love you all. Thank you very much for joining us. Shawna, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been a great pleasure.
Definitely. Thanks for my new subscribers. I won't disappoint.
We know you won't. Everybody, until next time, may you always have a flash in your pan.
And you know what he's going to say next.
That's right. You can ask them. Ask Rose. There's several people out there too. ERRT Radio. Gold Claw. It does happen. Might not be on a river. It might be in a Menards or in a field or in a parking lot. But maybe one day too, we'll all meet you somewhere on the river, whatever. You know what I say. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
But know what?
Bye.
Right now, we're out of here. Thank you, Jeff, Heavy Meadow, Spider Ace, Prospecting, and Mel. Outdoorsy Girl in the woods with Wolfie.
4, 3, 2, 1.